After his more than 5 decades in the spotlight as Mr. Universe, the Terminator, and the governor of California, you might think we know all there is to know about Arnold Schwarzenegger. But now he's taking on a new challenge, fighting hate and prejudice head on. And it's all because of a striking connection to his past.
Can you tell me about your trip to Auschwitz this fall? What was it like for you?
Well, Auschwitz was a real mind blower, I tell you, because it's always one thing when you hear about it, when you read about it, but it's never the same as when you're actually there. And then all of a sudden you see the realities of it, of where the people were shot every day, the wall with the target, they were shot there. You look at the rooms where the suitcases are lying around of people that were told, make sure that you know exactly where you put your shoes and where you put your suitcase and your belongings. So after the shower, you can find them right away because we very quickly put you back on the train and take you back where you came from. Only then they never came out of the showers because these were gas chambers. It's when you see this stuff, it has such a profound impact that you totally understand why they say the slogan, they'll never again. Because this should never, ever happen again.
You stood up at this forum and you said,
And I was born with a father that was a Nazi. Think about that.
the air went out of the room. What did you witness and what did you know growing up in Austria about the fact that he was a Nazi? He joined the Nazi Party in 1938 and he fought for the Nazis in World War II.
None of it was ever spoken about when I grew up. There was no one that ever talked about the war. I learned everything about the history in America.
Of your father.
Or just
Not only
generally of what
just
happened.
about the Second World War, about what the atrocities that took place.
So not until you were an adult living in America did you learn what happened in your home country.
That's correct. That's correct.
In 1990, you went to get information about your father. And Rabbi Marvin Heyer here in LA recalled you saying, I don't know if it's good or bad. I want you to find out.
A year later, he came back to me and he said, your father didn't do anything. He was part of the Nazis. He signed the certificate, the signatures there. And but he was basically a soldier that was in the war in Belgium and in France and in Russia and in all the different places. He says, but he was not at all linked to anything, nor did he have the power for any atrocities. My father was, and so many other millions of men, was sucked into a hate system through lies and deceits. And so we have seen where that leads. I mean, let's just go and get along. And love is more powerful than hate.
Your father fought with the Nazis in Austria. My grandfather was a proud Austrian who was forced to leave his beloved country because he was Jewish and lost everything. He barely escaped. And here we are.
No, talking about the same subject. And I'm sure we agree that it is a real problem and that we have to do something about it right away.
And living in a
And
free
we have to work
country,
together.
living in a free country and talking about ways to figure it out.
That's right, yeah.
Thank you, Governor Schwarzenegger, and thank you for spending your Sunday morning with us.